Greetings. I greet you all in the name of the Creator, the number one, the only one, the owner of the world. My name is Nuruddin Tijani. This is the Ministry of Truth, the Return of Light. In this video, I'm going to be etymologizing the name of the country called Egypt. If this is the first time coming across this channel, please subscribe to join the community where we learn about the history of countries through the lens of the etymology. I'm using the Yoruba language. It's an ancient language to etymologize names of countries because I believe the Yoruba tradition, the Yoruba culture, and Yoruba civilization has at one point in the past, civilized the whole earth, the whole world, and the evidence are shown in the names of places and historical names, and biblical names and Quranic names up to today. So, and if this is not your first time, welcome back. Please like the video and share it with your loved ones and those who you believe might be fascinated about this discovery. So let's get into today's etymology, and it's about the country called Egypt. So Egypt is a country located in Northeast Africa, one of the most ancient countries in the world, with vast history, uh, and that is the location of the Great Pyramid of Giza. So now let's talk about the name Egypt. Well, according to several sources, it's been said that the land actually has several names. For example, Misra or Kemet. So these are the names that are also recorded as been given to this particular land. But I'm going to be etymologizing only the name Egypt because that's the name that the country actually has today, and that's the official name. So yeah, it's not a new name, it's an ancient name, it's a biblical name, and I'm going to be bringing out the original meaning, the truthful origin of the name, as found in the Yoruba etymology. So let's get started. So the name Egypt, written down in English language, we have Egypt. Okay. Now, as you can already, as you already know, as everybody already knows, that the name Egypt, the land Egypt, is regarded to be an Arab country in the world today. Hence, it will make sense to write the name down also in Arabic. Okay, so let's write the name also down in Arabic, and that is Egypt. Okay, Egypt. Okay, now. So let's break down the name into pieces and then understand the truthful Yoruba etymology of the name. So the last letter here is the last consonant, which is T, okay? And then we have the P is actually a B, okay? It's a B sound, okay? Egypt, okay? So, and then we have the E sound, Egypt, E sound. And then we have G or J. All right, this, and then we have E. So let me just write the whole thing down. And then, so the last letter is from the Yoruba word eti. Okay, let me write it here. Eti. Eti is referring to the period of darkness, the period of evening, or it's talking about the sun. Okay, it's referring to the sun. And then the second letter we have here is actually another word, which is Iba. Okay, that's why we have B here in this Arabic spelling. It's Iba. So Iba means the descending or the setting or the landing. Iba. So Iba, it means the setting of the sun or the landing of the sun. The coming down of the sun or the setting of the sun. So now the next is the E sound here is actually connected to the P, which is Iba. Okay, so it's a E sound is actually Iba. But for those who might be thinking, why can't we just etymologize the Y itself as a word? In that case, we have Iyo. Okay, if you were to etymologize the word itself, is from the Yoruba word iyo, which means the appearance. So if we add that to this etymology, we have iyoiba. Okay, iyoiba. I'm feeling a little bit reluctant to write it down, but nevertheless, let's do it. Let's write it down. Iyoiba. So we have the appearance of the landing of the sun. Okay. So now we have the last two letters, which are actually the first two letters, and they actually are ija, ija. So ija means ija means uh the dropping. For those of you who have seen my previous video on the etymology of the country called Japan, the same word we have there is ija, from the word Japan, ija. It's the same thing here, ija. So ija means the moving away of the sun from the topmost position in the sky and starting the descent is called ija. So ija ijo ibeti, okay, which means the coming down and the appearance of the landing of the sun. So if we had to write it as just ijabeti, ijaibeti, okay, so we have it as ijabeti. If we're not to write the iyo, which is actually, I believe, is e, which is with the connected to the word here iba. So if we are to write it without the y, which is the e sound, okay, we write down e, but it's actually y, e sound, okay. We write down y, which is actually e sound. If we are to write it without the y, which is yo, then we have ijabeti, ijabeti. Okay, exactly. If we pronounce that very quickly, we end up pronouncing it as though we are actually saying what we have today as the the contemporary pronunciation. So this is the original pronunciation. It's the ancient Yoruba pronunciation. It's the Jabeti. So Jabet means the descending or the dropping, the moving down from the midpoint, and then the landing of the sun. Okay, Jabeti. All right. Now, to prove my point, we have other names of places, biblically speaking, which are places like that we can find in the Bible, which is called Jeba. Okay, Jeba. So Jeba is actually a historical location in the Bible. I am actually I was supposed to add a screenshot that shows the location in the Bible where it's actually written, but you can search online, you easily find it. So, and it's actually also, if etymologized, it's actually also Ijaiba. So Ijaiba, okay, the dropping from the midpoint, the highest point, descending, and the landing, okay, of the sun. It's referring to the sun, okay, Ijaiba, okay. It's the name of a city in the Bible, which is about 50 stadia from Jerusalem, according to what I've read, according to the location of that city or of that land. So now, furthermore, more proof of the etymology as Ijebeti, which is the original pronunciation and meaning of the word Egypt, is actually from a country that is a neighboring country to Egypt, which is Djibouti. I'm not going to do the etymology of the word of the country name Djibouti. I'm going to do it separately. Okay, by the grace of the Almighty, I'm going to do separately, but I'm just making sure that I connect it for those of you who might be wondering, who might need more proof that the name the name Ijabet is actually the original and Yoruba ancient original name of the meaning of the word Egypt, which is Djibouti. Okay, and Djibouti is also Djibouti. All right, that is that. I'm not going to even write it. And then one more proof is actually the people or the nation called Jebusite. Okay, the Jebusites in the Bible are a nation in the Bible which are very prominent according to the history of the Israelites. So the Jebusite, from the name Jebu, okay, Jebu. Jebu is also a derivation of the name Egypt, but a shorter form, which is actually Ija, Iba. Iyo. And that actually refers to, because this Jew is actually Iyo. That actually connects to the fact that the Y here could actually be Iyo, which is what we have just talked about. Ija Iyo Ibaiti. Okay? And then Jebu side, the Jebu is actually Ijaiba. That's the dropping or the descending and the landing of the sun. Okay, so there's a nation of people or the tribe called a Yoruba tribe called the Ijebu. So which is another connection to the fact that the Yoruba people were the ancient people of the world, the original indigenous people of the world. So the people of Ijebu, they're located in a place called in the land called Nigeria today. So they are Yoruba tribe, and they also share the name of the similarity in the name of the land Egypt. Okay, some people actually believe that the Yoruba people and particularly the tribe of the nation of people of Egypt actually came from Egypt. So that's a theory, and that's a very possible fact. So Ijaiba, that's from the word Jebu, Jebayo. Okay, there's another land called Jebayo in the Bible. Okay, actually spelled as Jeba, Latin in the Latin word Jeba, or there's another one called Jabayo. So it's related to that Jabayo. So that's it. These are the proofs that the name Egypt is actually a Yoruba. A Yoruba name. It's actually from the Yoruba language, and that actually proves that the land is actually land that belongs to the original indigenous people. So that's it. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And if there's a country you would want me to etymologize the name, please write it in the comment section below. And having said all of this, I'll see you in the next video. So the word Egypt, the name of the country called Egypt, is actually Ijebeti, which is the dropping from the highest point and the landing of the sun. It's a geographical name, and it's a name that talks about the location of that land. Okay, and there's a lot more that can be said about that. So, but I think this is enough. I'll see you in the next video. Salwa.